Sometimes people ask, what difference can one person really make? It sounds like a small question, but history has answered it many times. One person with the right mindset, patience, and knowledge can build something powerful from almost nothing. If you've ever dreamed of starting a business but feel limited by money, connections, or experience, listen closely to this story. There was once a businessman named Andrew. For over 30 years, Andrew built and managed large companies in the city. He understood scale, strategy, negotiations, and growth. His name carried weight in boardrooms. But eventually, he stepped away. He handed leadership to the next generation and moved to a quiet rural town where life moved slower and mornings felt peaceful. Even though he left the corporate world, business never really left him. Each morning he would walk through the village marketplace. He observed farmers selling vegetables, families running food stalls, and small vendors working long hours to earn modest incomes. One day, a cheerful vendor offered him a homemade snack. It was delicious, fresh, natural, and clearly made with care. Andrew complimented the taste, but when he looked at the packaging, a thin, plain plastic wrap with no label, he noticed something important. The product was excellent. The presentation was invisible. Curious, Andrew asked the vendor how long he had been selling it. "Almost 10 years, the man replied proudly, "but my customers are mostly the same people. It hasn't really grown." He explained that he started with very little savings. He sold only in the local market because he didn't know how to expand. He didn't understand branding, distribution, or scaling. Andrew didn't see failure. He saw potential trapped inside limitation. That night, a question stayed in his mind. If I had no big company, no team, no massive capital, just local knowledge, could I build something successful from the ground up? He decided to test himself. Over the next few weeks, Andrew studied the village more carefully. He noticed something interesting. Many small businesses depended on flour for snacks, bread, noodles, and desserts. But most vendors bought it from middle suppliers at high prices. Transportation costs made it worse. That was the hidden problem. Andrew believed a great business doesn't just sell a product, it solves a pain point. So he asked around, if high-quality flour were available locally at a fair price, would you buy it? The answer was almost always yes. That was enough confirmation. Even though Andrew had savings, he chose to start small on purpose. No large factory, no expensive launch, no big announcements. He sourced raw materials carefully and produced a small batch of locally milled flour. He improved the packaging, simple but clean, with a clear label and a short story about supporting village entrepreneurs. He approached shops. Many rejected him, but this time rejection was data. He asked questions. Was the price wrong? Was the quality inconsistent? Did the packaging feel unfamiliar? Each no refined the next version. He studied competitors. Some were cheaper but poor in quality. Others had strong branding but high prices. There was a gap in the middle. That's where he positioned himself. After months of testing and listening, he finalized his formula. Reliable quality, fair pricing, attractive packaging, and a brand story connected to the local community. Sales slowly improved. Then something unexpected happened. Other small entrepreneurs asked if they could resell his product. Instead of competing, Andrew created partnerships. He allowed them to distribute the flour with small margins. They earned income, he expanded reach without heavy marketing costs. The product spread from one village to nearby towns. What started as a simple test became a sustainable network. Andrew proved something powerful. You don't need a revolutionary invention to succeed. You need observation, patience, a willingness to start small, and the humility to listen. Success doesn't always begin with millions. Sometimes it begins with noticing what everyone else ignores. If you're thinking about starting a business, remember this. Start where you are. Solve one real problem. Test small. Learn fast. Adjust wisely. And never underestimate what you can build, even alone. If this story made you think differently, watch it again and let the lessons sink in. And if you found value here, consider liking and sharing this video. Your journey might start today.